All right, so I'm out here on the side of my house, and I just wanted to show you that light right there. That is a Wal-Mart Hyper Tough light, and it has a lithium-ion battery. I wonder if I can zoom in on this. There it is. And it's actually got a high and a low, so it stays in the low state until it senses motion. And I've got another one right here, and it is not doing anything. You can see the little passive infrared receiver, PIR, and the LEDs. This thing died a couple of days ago, and so basically it just lights up. I've got this parking area by the side of my house here, and very, very dark. You can see I've got pointed right there. You can see the quote infrared diodes lighting it up right there, and it's just nice to have a little bit of extra light here. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this thing down, and we will pull it apart and see what it looks like inside. One moment. All right, so here is the light in question. You can see the solar panel on it there. Well, maybe it's a little dirty from just sitting for, well, it's been up there for a couple years. And there is the little passive infrared receiver thingamabobber. Now I did have to glue a little stick of wood on here because I have these pieces. It's just 12 gauge wire from some Romex that I actually just hang it on my rain gutter. I'm looking underneath the solar panel right there, and I'm seeing like a crack or something. Oh, that's kind of odd. I wonder if that's the whole problem. The solar panel is not charging. Well, the first thing I want to do is, let's just go ahead and remove those hooks. They're just, like I said, Romex. I should grab some welding rod from work and use that as a support or make a bracket. So first thing I want to do is check the battery and just see what the battery has to say. Now these do use a 18650 lithium ion battery. Come on. Oh. And we need a device of prying. So I think the glue is actually, I may have to break that wood piece. Nope, got it. There it is. Well, there is the 18650 battery. Oh, you know what? I put another battery in this. That's right. I put a higher capacity battery in it. I forgot about that. Okay, let me get a voltmeter out. And we shall put this in the voltage range. And hopefully you can still see it. Oh, that thing is dead. Yeah, just the resistance of the voltmeter. 11 million ohms is loading this thing down. I could try to put it in the charger and see if it'll even attempt to take a charge. No, does not even attempt. Well, let's try to force it to take a charge. How would that be? I'm going to turn on my power supply, and I'm going to set the power supply to 4.2 volts, which is the max I want to give this guy. 4.18, close enough. And I'm going to set my current limit at 1 amp. I know you can't see it, but there we go, 0.95, close enough. Okay, so, and it's not taking any juice whatsoever, 0.00. Well, the next thing I want to check is the solar panel actually working at all? So, I guess, I mean, I've got my bright lights on in here, so I should theoretically get a voltage here. If I move this up closer and closer to the light, I'll put it way up here. And I'm getting 4.7 volts. Let's get the Fluke 80 or 87 out and put it in milliamps. The 115 and the 117 are excellent meters, but they don't have low milliamp capability. like the Fluke does. Milliamps, and it always starts in AC, so I have to put it over to DC. I'll turn this around. I need a clip lead. One moment. Red's negative, right? Yeah, I thought so. Okay, that'll be fine. Okay, so I have my red lead to the negative, and then this is going to be to the positive side. So as it stands right now, just an ambient light, dirty as heck, I'm getting 4.7 milliamps, and we'll bring this thing up close to the light, and I'm getting 20 milliamps, which seems okay, because this thing's going to sit out in the bright sun and bake. I wonder if an LED flashlight would get us anything. Well, 17, 19, yeah. So it is actually doing something. And once again, checking the voltage limit. Is it possible that it's overcharging the battery? Yeah, we're getting... I think I was holding it upside down last time. Yeah, we're getting over 6 volts. It should limit the voltage charge of the battery, I would think. But I mean, it was like 20 bucks. What do you want? You know what? Just for the heck of it, always buy a spare. So when I bought this, I bought 3 of them. This is brand spanking. And I do have the original lithium ion, which is a lower capacity. This is only a 1200 milliamp hour battery, and I scavenged this from another cell. I think this is a 2000, although it's not listed. I think I tested it, and it is a 2000 milliamp hour battery. So let's pop this guy open. I actually was going to do a review on this, and I had most of it recorded, and then something became corrupt. Yeah, it still has the battery in it. It does have an on-off switch over here. Off and auto. Not just, it's not on-off, it's off-auto. Okay, let's get this guy out once again. So I'm measuring volts first. Maybe this is a big drawback for this thing. It doesn't have a charge voltage limitation. I think this one got wet a few years ago, as I recall. Got rained on. And yeah, we're doing the same thing, over 6 volts on this guy. Interesting. Why is it fluctuating like that? Huh. Well, from what I can tell, the other one's working fine. It just had a bad battery in it. So I'm just going to pop a new battery in it. And I just happen to have another one of those cells out of an 18650 pack right here. Once again, does not state the current capability. And so I've got a few of these battery packs. They're 8-cell packs out of these industrial work lights. It just says 20 watt, 3 hour. That's it. Anyhow, I scavenged the cells out of it as necessary. So I do have another one here. I'm going to go ahead and pop that one in there. I need to put a little solder blob on the tip of it like I did on that one, because it won't make connection because the positive is slightly recessed. One moment. Okay, well, that escalated quickly. So I went ahead and I put a piece of aluminum foil over the top of the solar panel, because that's how it distinguishes between day and night. And I took the old battery and I soldered a couple of wires to it. And I just want to measure the current draw. And so I've got my power supply set to 4.2 volts. So I'm going to connect, that is actually the negative lead. This is the positive from the power supply. And let's go ahead and switch it off. And we'll switch it on and measure the current. So this is in milliamps. And it should theoretically turn on. Unless I'm not making a good connection. Oh, doggone. I tried it off camera and it worked. Why are you going to be like that? And yeah, I got no light. So I don't think this has a photodiode in it. There it goes. So it's running at 22 milliamps. And that's on the low setting basically right there. That's tape. I just taped the aluminum foil over the top of it. Okay, so it draws 22 milliamps on low, which isn't too terribly bad. Now, there it goes. There it's high. And what's just 3.8? Something's wrong. Oh, you know what? I'm on AC. I'm a dumb arse. Okay, there we go. I'm on DC now. Okay, so 568 milliamps on high. And it usually stays on high for about 10 seconds and it goes back to low if it senses movement. I should say, when it doesn't sense movement, it goes back to low. Okay, that's better. 65, and then it turned off. What the fork? What the fork? Hello? I suspect it's going to be connection issues. Okay, there we go. 65 milliamps on low. And then 560 milliamps on high. So, I mean, you could do the math and figure out. I should try to get a charging curve in bright sunlight and see how much it charges. I do know a couple years ago we had like a month of clouds in either October or November, and we almost got no sun whatsoever any day of the week. And these things would only last like 2 or 3 hours at dusk. And then they would go off again. Okay. You know what? I think it's using that somehow. It knows that. Yeah, it does. It's obviously using that sensor as well. Anyhow, I'm going to throw a new battery in this thing and put it up out there, and we'll see what it has to say. No cats on the workbench. No cats on the workbench. You know the rules. There's the $700 Mercury Mountaineer that you've seen in the past. And then I still have my ladder set up here. There is the light. Oh, it just went into high brightness. Look at the difference that makes. That looks excellent. And I do not have the flashlight on my cell phone. This is all just like light produced by that little solar light up there, working perfectly. Well, hopefully we get a couple more years out of that battery. And like I said, it's got the other one back here running. You can see a couple of the cameras. But anyhow, that is going to be it. And a dog barking, my neighbor's dog. The repair on the Hyper Tough light that just needed a replacement battery. All right, everyone, thanks for watching. I really, really appreciate it. I'm just going to step back here, and there it went back to low brightness. So as I walk towards it, it should sense me and go to high brightness. Perfect. All right, everyone, thank you for watching. I really, really appreciate it. Everyone have a great day. Bye-bye.